Equal. Just as the popular saying, soldier come, soldier go, barracks remain. This morning, yet another transition of command between the outgoing director, Major General Chu, and the incoming acting director, Lieutenant Colonel O.A. Anele, which was promulgated by the Department of Military Secretary Army on the 14th of April 2020. May I respectfully appoint the outgoing director to please deliver his farewell address. The director, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Major Arigu, for that preamble for initiating this very important event. Am I handing over, or formal handing over if you like, to the incoming director, Lieutenant Colonel Apollonia Anele. I would equally like to welcome distinguished members of the press who, despite the very short notice, have made it to be part of this occasion. Having said that, it is with a profound sense of gratitude to God, the Almighty, that I address you today as I formally bow out as the Director, Army Public Relations, after an eventful and very fulfilling almost 4-year tenure. It is both a moment of reflection and appreciation, an opportunity to take stock of the journey we have shared and the strides we have made collectively in enhancing the image and narrative of the Nigerian Army. When I assumed this noble responsibility on 16 June 2021, I was fully aware of the enormous expectations that came with it, especially in an era defined by the rapid evolution of the digital media landscape, the proliferation of information channels, and the relentless demand for timely, accurate, and strategic communication. I knew that to remain relevant and effective, I had to modernize, adapt, and lead the media war from the front. Today, I dare to say with confidence that I did not merely react to these challenges. I boldly confronted them head-on with innovation, vision, and purpose. One of the major milestones was the retooling of the Directorate with cutting-edge multimedia equipment, positioning us to respond swiftly and professionally to both operational and non-operational media engagements. I ensured the acquisition of modern cameras, editing suites, audiovisual systems, and digital communication tools necessary to thrive in the fast-paced global media space. Going further, I also recognized the centrality of human capital development. To that end, I facilitated specialized local and international training for our officers and soldiers, exposing them to global best practices in strategic communication, crisis messaging, digital warfare, and media analytics. This has undoubtedly transformed the way we tell the Nigerian Army story, credibly and authoritatively. The establishment of a fully functional strategic communication center stands today as a testament to our resolve to institutionalize deliberate and well-coordinated messaging. This center has become the nerve hub for synchronized communication efforts across our formations and units. In addition, the directorate under my watch bettered the first ever Nigerian Army online television named Nigerian Army Info Television by establishing a state-of-the-art studio at the Army headquarters, purpose-built for the production of audiovisual contents, documentaries, news features, and broadcasts. These, I must assert, have significantly enhanced the media reach, engagement, and public perception of the Nigerian Army. Through this platform, the voice of the Nigerian Army now resonates louder and clearer, both within and beyond our borders. I also ensured deepened relationships with traditional and new media actors, built bridges of understanding, and amplified narratives of gallantry, resilience, and professionalism that define our troops on the front lines. It has indeed been a journey of transformation, of redefining Army public relations, not just as a support service, but as a strategic arm in contemporary warfare and national security management. To those who supported me in the directorate, both uniformed and civilians alike, I'm deeply grateful for your dedication and loyalty. Your commitment was without, I beg your pardon, your commitment was the wind beneath my wings. Together, we laid the bricks for a solid institutional legacy. I must also extend my heartfelt appreciation to all the former Chiefs of Army Staff and the incumbent Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oluyede, Nigerian Army Medal, with whom I was privileged to serve, for their trust, guidance, and unflinching support. Your vision for a professionally responsive Nigerian Army inspired us to reach beyond the ordinary and to leave no stone unturned in projecting the values, operations, and triumphs of our beloved Army. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to sincerely appreciate members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, who over the years have gone through the thick and thin, relentlessly and untiringly, weathering the storm with us in our efforts at eradicating security challenges in troubled parts of the country. As you continue to carry out your vital societal role, I entreat you to always remember that the defense of our beloved country, Nigeria, and the protection of our people must be our watchwords. To my successor, I have this to say: the foundation have been laid by our founding fathers, upon which we have continued to build untiringly. The tools are in place. Take the directorate to even greater heights. I'm confident that you will carry the torch with purpose, passion, and integrity. As I move on to the next phase of my career in service to our dear nation, I carry with me fond memories, valuable lessons, and a deep sense of fulfillment. I live confident that the Nigerian Army Public Relations is now better positioned to meet the demands of the future. I thank you all, and may God bless the Nigerian Army and our beloved country, Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir.
Supposed to.
May I, at this point, respectfully request the outgoing director to please decorate the incoming acting director with the DAPR insignia over the command flag to the incoming acting director.
Okay, we switch now.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
Sorry?
Sir. Next on our program is the remarks relations. Lieutenant Colonel O.A. Anele.
Mwachukwu, proud holder of the Corps Medal of Honor, and your amiable wife, staff officers of the Directorate, deputy directors and participants of the Stratcom Course 2 2025, the regimental sergeant major, civilians and soldiers of the Directorate, senior officers, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you, or I sit before you here today with a deep sense of honor and humility and gratitude to God Almighty as I assume office as the Acting Director of Army Public Relations, Nigerian Army. It is a moment I do not take lightly, not only because of the enormous responsibilities that come with the office, but also because of the expectations and most importantly, the historic significance of my appointment. Firstly, to be ensured or entrusted with this strategic role as the Nigerian Army spokesperson, being the first female in the history of the Nigerian Army, and indeed the armed forces of Nigeria. Therefore, I owe this opportunity to the visionary leadership of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Oloyede, Nigerian Army Medal. So I thank you most sincerely for finding me worthy of this appointment. I assure you and the entire leadership of the Nigerian Army that I will justify this confidence by remaining absolutely loyal, committed, focused, and result-driven. I would like to pay glowing tribute to my immediate predecessor, especially my boss, Major General Onyema, whose passion, resilience, and professionalism has laid a formidable foundation and transformed the Directorate of Army Public Relations into a greater height and its enviable state. Your contributions, sir, to enhancing the image and Stratcom of the Nigerian Army are remarkable over the years and as you served as Director. So you remain an integral part of the Directorate of Army Public Relations family, and I will always value your counsel and support. To the dedicated officers and soldiers and civilian staff of this great Directorate, I thank you all for your enduring commitment. Your collective efforts have kept the Directorate effective and respected. Therefore, I count on your continued support and cooperation as we work together to further enhance the Directorate capacity and relevance. To our friends of the media, particularly our defense correspondents, you are our partners in progress. I commend your professionalism in reporting military activities, and I encourage you to sustain the tempo. However, let us continue to uphold truth, fairness, and responsibility in our engagements for the good of our great country, Nigeria. To the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and other strategic partners, your role in professionalizing public communication in the country and continuous support of the Nigerian Army is deeply appreciated. I look forward to consolidating and expanding our collaboration. It is my pleasure to appreciate all Nigerians for their trust and support to the Nigerian Army. I urge you to continue to support the Nigerian Army as we work tirelessly to safeguard our nation's peace, unity, and sovereignty. As I begin this journey, I pledge to lead the Directorate with transparency, professionalism, respect, and proactiveness. We will continue to tell the Nigerian Army story, not just through words, but through actions that reflect honor, sacrifice, responsibility, and service to the nation. Lastly, I would like to implore the officers, soldiers, and civilian staff of this Directorate to remain loyal, hardworking, focused, and united, knowing that with shared vision and collective effort, we will take the Nigerian Army Public Relations to greater heights. Once again, thank you, and God bless us all. Before we continue with the rest of the programs, a standing ovation for a job well. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. May I request that we have a group photograph to make this day a clarity for a group photograph. Thank you. All officials from further departing their
Walid now. Ya told you gashi.
Family request, please come forward.